I saw Dave Chappelle there.
At Red Rocks?
Yes. This was a few years back. He did a full show there. They had some musicians there as well. Good.
All right, so we're going to put a pin in the snake draft for our favorite comedians. We're going to talk more Laker basketball right now. Jaxson Hayes is joining us, another new member of the Laker family. Jaxson, how you feeling today? Thanks for joining us.
I'm feeling great. Just happy to put my name in ink on this contract and become an official Laker.
Yeah, what does that feel like, Jaxson, when, obviously getting the NBA is a dream, playing in the NBA is a dream, but to land with a franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers, what does that mean?
It's super surreal, just growing up watching Kobe, Shaq, all those guys. I was a big Lakers fan. Obviously, I was a bigger Cavs fan of LeBron back in the day because I'm from Ohio, but I definitely grew up just watching the Lakers all the time and actually being able to put on a Lakers uniform and see my name in a Lakers uniform is a pretty surreal moment.
I bet.
Jaxson, well, first off, congratulations. I know a lot of Laker fans are excited to have you. It's funny, watching free agency play out, if you look at a lot of Laker fans, we need a big. And then the moment that you signed, you're going to get a chance to play with Anthony Davis. Obviously, for the Lakers, they need somebody like you. Just can you talk about why you could be one of those players that we look back on and say, I can't believe Jaxson Hayes was, what do you want to look at it as overlooked or the Lakers got a steal? What are you going to bring to the table this year?
I'm just really looking forward to bringing my defensive abilities to the table, just being a shot blocker and being a good pick-and-roll threat for the guys. I know D'Lo and me have talked a little bit how much he loves running the pick and roll. So just being a good pick and roll big for them, being a good roll man, and just being able to help bring away some of that defense from the guys in the corner, have to make people worry about the roll man and just hopefully open up other guys. I'm just really excited about that.
Jaxson, what about, similar to what Al just asked you, but being teammates with LeBron James, not just a great player in the league right now, but like you mentioned, somebody that you've been watching for a long time, somebody who, if he's not the greatest player of all time, he's not down the list past, 1, 2, or 3. Have you thought about what it's going to be like to be a teammate with him and play with him on a regular basis?
It's still crazy. Just thinking about it. I'm from Cincinnati. I grew up going to Cavs games all my life. So, growing up watching Bron is just, it's really surreal being able to play with him now and talking to him and whatnot. It's just been awesome. So I'm just really excited about that.
Jaxson Hayes taking some time to join us here on the Travis and Sliwa show. Jaxson, you mentioned kind of that pick and roll for just your path and the amount of time that you've been in the NBA so far in your career. Are there some pick and roll guys, some bigs out there that you've looked? Lakers were fortunate enough when they won the championship in 2020. JaVale McGee was on the team, Dwight Howard was on the team, and players like that really excelled around Anthony Davis and LeBron. Are there players that you've watched in the league that you say to yourself, you know what, if I could be this type of player, this is where I'm at my best?
Definitely those two guys you mentioned. They've had really long, good careers, and I've always grown up watching those two as bigs, but also watching other people like Andre Drummond and just guys like that, DeAndre Jordan. Just being able to set good physical screens and get out of those screens fast is a main thing for me. So just watching those guys and just putting that pressure on the rim is something great that they all do, and just something I've tried to emulate with my game.
New Laker Jaxson Hayes joining us here on the Travis and Sliwa show. Have you gotten a chance to talk a decent amount with Darvin Ham yet? Has he given you an idea of what his expectations are and how he sees you fitting in on this team?
Me and Coach Ham just had a meeting actually just now with Rob, but also before that, me and him have talked a bunch on the phone before I signed and after I signed. Me and Coach have become really close in these past few days and just been talking about how he can use me in the offense at the 4 and at the 5 to help complement AD. And so I've just been really excited about how Coach said he was about to use me this year.
Jaxson, what are those conversations like before you sign? What are you listening for from the coaches, from the general managers, from the teams? Obviously, money's going to play a part of it. Playing time's going to play a part of it. But what gets said in those meetings that makes you go, okay, I like what I'm hearing?
For me, it's just finding the best basketball fit-wise for me, where I can be successful and where I can help a team be successful and help a team win. And, for me, it was just talking about, what guys they're bringing back, the offense and concepts that they run for me, what type of defenses they run, like switching 1 through 5. That's a big thing for me. Just being able to hear out all the kind of ideas that they have for me during the year. That's just kind of the main thing.
How much of it is also does this play a part in free agency, the exposure that you can get with the Lakers? Usually the Lakers are going to have 35-plus games that might be nationally televised. How much does that play a role to where now you're going to get to be in a spotlight where hopefully more eyes get to see what you bring to the table?
That wasn't. I'm in the NBA, so that's not a huge thing for me. I feel like if you play good in the NBA, people are going to see you regardless. But that's definitely a huge factor, and I feel like that just being able to be seen every night, have people see what you're doing on a consistent basis, because it's definitely harder to do on some of the smaller market teams. So it definitely doesn't get much bigger than this market here. So.
Have you felt that already? They're just being in Los Angeles, putting that jersey on, and being a part of the Laker family, the expectations that come along with it. It's not just, hey, let's see what happens. It's let's go win a championship, and anything less is looked at as something other than a success.
Yep. Definitely been feeling that a little bit. I'm really excited about that, though. So definitely really excited about that. Excited to be in the player in the finals race. Sorry, can't speak right now. Just too excited. Just excited being in the finals race, and just being around that atmosphere all the time is just definitely a very different feel.
Jaxson, when you called in, we were in the middle of doing our favorite comedians of all time. I know, very serious sports show here. I took Dave Chappelle with my first pick. Who's your favorite stand-up comedian of all time? You going Chappelle? Or you got somebody else in mind?
I gotta go Gary Owens. I'm gonna get smacked if I don't say that, because that is one of my dad's best friends. So okay. I see him a lot. But still funny wise, I still take Gary over most people. But I definitely put Dave Chappelle up there too. He's a Dayton guy, so I gotta add my Ohio boys up there.
Jaxson Hayes, new member of the Los Angeles Lakers, joining us here on Travis Lee. Jaxson, congratulations. Welcome to L.A. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate y'all having me. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.
You too. I liked it. He kept it in the family, right? It's my dad's buddy. I'm going with
That was
him.
a very political pick.
It's a good look.
It was. Listen,
he's got to go home at some point. He's got to look at his dad again and say, who's Chappelle?
Chappelle's not paying the bills
here.
What
are you doing? Both of those guys, both Vincent and Jaxson Hayes, you can tell why the Lakers would like those guys.
Well, and I think there's a certain type of players that are fitting the mold now for the Lakers. And to be honest with you, this guy's got something to prove too. He was a top 10 pick. Hasn't really panned out the way and this happens all the time, but this is a new opportunity for him, a fresh opportunity. I like that he mentioned some of those other pick-and-roll guys that he can use. I'm going to shut the hell up now because we have the number 3 pick to the
My turn, Em?
Yes, your